Hello, everybody. A little more on AI. I was looking up Europe and what they're doing, and they just have one center per country instead of building 10 or 20 in one state like they're doing here. I think what's going on in for multiple in a state is all competing against each other, like Facebook and Microsoft and everybody, and they're all trying to build as quick as they can and get into a state. And then I think they're also doing that while Trump's in, that he's reducing some of the regulations. What they also did in Europe is they had all kinds of regulations pre-written up and fines and how much usage they could use of utilities and how much data they could put out. And so a lot of stuff that our Congress needs to do to slow up this AI tidal wave. And then seen seen some people talking about pay scales, and they were like some of the techs now in computing AI and stuff. They are getting six figures, and it's it looks like it's going to be a push to put them down into uh, third of that or less. That the AI is going to do the rest of some project, and then it can be subpar work that turns out in the end. Excuse me. Also, they're going into building in the desert, and I think they're going out there to get cheaper land and not as many people to deal with to try to do what they want. But all of our western states have been hurting for water for a long time, and these AI centers use massive amounts of water. I think regulations should come in that would make them closed systems where they gotta capture all the water in there. But then a lot of their waters they use too also becomes contaminated with chemicals they have to put in or what it's actually cooling. So then they need to clean it before they dispose of it, but then not dispose of it. If they cleaned it, just use it again. And then they put a real strain on all the areas for uh, electrical power and water usage and stuff. And a lot of those costs get passed on to the people that live in that area. And it doesn't seem like their city councils or whoever in the area is supposed to watch out for them. Then aren't watching out for the people of the area. They're just trying to get the AI centers in there, and they might get a little surge of money for a little bit when the place is being built, but after it goes into effect, then there's not really that many jobs left over. It's actually a big reduction of jobs. And then some of those city council people and stuff, uh, they have to be signing the NDAs ahead of time. You don't sign an NDA until you starting to write some contract or something. So they're already selling out people with NDAs that, and I think the NDAs need to be looked at that they either can't be to protect criminal enterprises or to hide the facts from the people that are also in the game.